Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coffee with Convery, the podcast that launches your career for inspirations. Today's guest is someone who understands that in today's economy, attention is earned, but trust is built. Giulio Becatti is a filmmaker and a video strategist based in Canada, founder of GHMedia, and someone who helps construction brands turn credibility into clients through the power of visual storytelling. But what fascinates me about Giulio isn't that he shoots great videos, it's that he understands positioning, he understands trust, and he understands how creativity can build strategies. And he recently filmed a documentary in the South Sudan as well. We're going to unpack all of it with Giulio right now. So, Giulio, welcome to Coffee with Convery.
Thank you very much, Brian. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Want to start with some rapid fire questions. What's your superpower?
That's a really good question. I'm a normal person. I probably don't have a superpower. I can say I'm a hard worker. I really like what I do, and I put my passion on it, and I spend a lot of hours, and so yeah, I really like my job. I really love my job, and yeah, I'm probably really a hard worker. Yeah.
That's a great superpower. Thinking about school for you, and I know we're going to get into your whole story of, what you've been up to and your journey here to Canada. But thinking about school itself, whether it's high school, what have you, what was your favorite subject?
In school, I was really bad, to be honest.
That's
I want to
okay.
be sure, I want to be clear, but probably my favorite subject was economy, yeah, and law,
Okay.
yeah. I
And
really
law.
enjoyed, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. I would have thought art class or other things or photography class. No?
I didn't have I didn't have, in school,
No.
yeah, art or, uh, in Italy we used to study Latin, the language,
Okay.
the old language. Yeah, I didn't have it, but my other classes close to me, they used to study that. I went in a school where there were a lot of gymnastic, so
Okay.
swim, uh, just volleyball or basketball, football, soccer, baseball, all of these things. Um, and but yeah, my favorite subject was economy because
Um,
nowadays I have a passion for investments, so I follow now the market and yeah, really, I had a really good teacher, and I think yeah, that's probably was the beginning of probably an entrepreneurship career, no? And
yeah.
yeah,
No, exactly. That got your head spinning on that.
yeah,
Thinking about first jobs, we all did something like way back when. What was your
yeah.
very first job?
Okay, I picked up my camera when I was 15 years old as a passion. So, and to be honest, I always wore my own life as a freelancer.
Okay.
But when I was 16 and 17, to do something different that also I used to do the electrician, yeah, for 3 months during the summer. Yeah, was
Okay.
a really really hard work. Yeah, and but yeah, I think a really good experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started with my camera, and you know, this right now is my own job, is my principal job, and but yes, I was an electrician for a few months. Yeah.
Well, now I can see where the construction photography and
Yeah, exactly.
videography came
Exactly.
together, right?
Exactly. Probably yes. Probably yes. You know why? I want to tell you this thing.
Yeah.
I remember when I was, in the houses now, and when I was working during the summer, it was really hot. I used to hate that job, to be honest. But when the owner of the construction companies used to come to the big houses where we were working. I tried to go closer, near to them, and understand what they were saying because the where I was working, there were really powerful people, just people with a lot of power or just big entrepreneurs
Hmm.
and in what they were doing. And I was curious to know, just their skills, their business skills. Yeah. So when I
Hey.
was working, I was going close to them now to understand better yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
Get some insights. Get some insights. That's awesome. Hey, you pick up stuff everywhere that way. If we had one more last question, and we'll jump into your background a little bit more. But if you had to describe yourself in one word, what would you pick?
That's a good question. Probably determined, no?
Determined? Yeah,
Determined, yeah,
yeah, I
determined.
would say so. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Now let's talk about this. A lot of our listeners are young like you and making their way in the world, but also many of them are newcomers to Canada. And as we were talking, getting going, I was wondering maybe if you could share a little bit of the backstory to yourself. Where did it all start, and how it's kind of brought you to Canada, where you are now?
That's a really good question. I can say I used to study. I used to read some books of some American entrepreneur when I was 15, 16 years old. So I was curious to North America, no?
Yeah.
Usually it's completely different. My culture than the North American culture is, and
Where are you
probably
from
every
in Italy? Sorry to interrupt.
uh,
Just to share with
close
them.
to Florence, so
Okay.
in Tuscany, Siena.
Okay.
Siena. Probably the downtown is 10,000 people. It's very small. Yeah, it's not like Toronto. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but when I was growing up in the high school, I had a really bad period. I was, I didn't have a lot of friends. I was was really shy. Was skinny too. So a lot of people, they were judging
Mm,
about myself.
sorry.
And at home, I didn't found the safe place where, it usually home has to be. I was in I don't want to say bad situation, probably, but I didn't like where I was living. I felt to be really stressed
Hmm.
from my family, from my parents, and also from my sister that at that time she had some problems. So I thought to myself, I don't like right now the situation where I am. So, and go in another city close to mine probably is more expensive than leave everything and learn a new language, new people in another culture, no, visit new a new country and learn from other people. So I decided to left for the first time when I finished school. I remember I had the final exam, and after
Hmm.
1 week I left and I went in Malta. In Malta was really really hard. I was living. I didn't have anything, so zero. I just my luggages, my camera, my backpack, and that's it. And I was living in a hostel with 60 people.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember I was living in a room with other 12 people. Yeah. But was really bad situation, but that thing I learned a lot of things. I hit the rock bottom. So and was the start of how to say it, the beginning of you know
Of good things.
uh yeah, good things, yeah. So from there I spent there 5 months, 4 or 5 months, and I was really, how to say, under my feet, with my emotions, with my feelings, and I came back home with the help of my parents. So, and I spent 3 months in Italy, and there I found an opportunity that, yeah, that took me to South Sudan.
Ah,
So yeah, I spent there like 15 days. Yeah. But when I came back, I knew that I wanted to go abroad because I understood the vision of Malta is a small island, but I got to know a lot of people there and some entrepreneurs, some online coaches, traders,
mhm.
some people's in finance, uh, content, really big content creators. So I thought to myself, okay, I would love to go to North America. I started when I was young, some books, uh, Robert Kiyosaki, like, just the first book I read was, and I thought to myself, okay, I have, to be honest, I don't lose anything.
Right.
So why not? Let's do an experience. But the experience I want to do is to put myself in front of some walls and go through, the solutions of everything and find my place.
Right.
So yeah, a lot of people of my age, when they are 20, 21, 22 years old, they want to do an experience abroad, and of course that's generally a good thing. But my mission was, okay, if I want to go abroad, I want to build something from the beginning. So I don't want to do an experience like that and come back where I was living.
Yeah. No, that totally
So
makes
that's
sense.
why yeah. And yeah, just I came here as a newcomer without anything, just yeah, with luggages. The first day was minus 20 degrees, we're minus 20 degrees here. And yeah, so that's it.
Amazing. And how you've been here now for a few months? How long? Half a year?
No, more.
More. Okay.
Now is 1 year and
Gotcha.
a couple of months. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
Gotcha.
came here
Gotcha.
last winter. Yeah, in
That's
January.
right. That's right. So let's jump into a little bit about what you do and your passions. I mean, you realize you loved filming, but you've also realized that you could build a career around storytelling. Tell us a little bit more about when did you start to think about taking the photography and the storytelling and thinking about it more as a career?
Um, I was a photographer at the beginning, like, when I was 15, 16 years old. And yeah, but I won an award, a big award, an international award. And from there, the day after, I thought to myself, okay, I don't care about photography. I don't know, just it doesn't give me anything. No. And I fall in the video industry with my business partner, and we built something really powerful. We started a project where we wanted to share the stories of other, communities, people that they had a really different story than the normal, no?
Mm-hmm.
Than the normality. So, um, and I was telling you before, and we started to record some documentaries, no, on some communities, some people that they were living, in the hood, no, or uh, different stories. And I was really excited to tell these stories. During this journey with him, we realized that okay, storytelling is beautiful, but you have to know how to tell a story, and you have nowadays where you have to catch the attention of people, of the people. We need to study how we have to communicate. So we have to structure everything. Um, uh, and I remember I was reading, yeah, a couple of books on storytelling and how to structure everything. And from there, my passion for storytelling came up, and also for strategy and marketing too. I told you before I had a passion, no, for economy, and after just when you study a little bit of economy, probably discover you discover the marketing side of
Mm-hmm.
and so we put everything together, so communication and storytelling. And when I came here, at the beginning, I was like, oh my God, just Toronto is a big city, 6 million people. For sure, there are a lot of opportunity, and also it's one of the biggest city where the film industry
Mm-hmm.
is really big, is huge. After months where I was struggling here in Canada, because I didn't know how to sell myself.
Mm-hmm.
That is a really important thing right nowadays. So I was trying, okay, but I want to do the DOP, the director of photography. That is one of the most important rules, no, when in the commercials, in the documentaries. But it was really hard to get there because there were a lot of people that they wanted to do that job and a lot of competition. And you have to know the right people to enter in the right door, to enter in the right room. But I realized that okay, but this thing does related to business. So Zolly, I'm a service provider. I know
Mm-hmm.
how to use my camera, and I want to work in a chain where there are a lot of people too, in a big production. But I realized that as a newcomer, I couldn't be there. Just it is really hard.
Right.
Also because probably my English at the beginning wasn't really good, so for this reason too. And so I thought I was struggling. I was earning less than $1,500 per month, and Canada is a little bit expensive. So I decided to do an investment uh, on my knowledge. So I took a business coach with me with my savings. I
Yep.
invested a lot of money on a business coach on a program that helped me to to structure an offer that resolved uh, a couple of problems in only one niche. And we
Yep.
decide to take together to fill in the industry, in the construction industry. From there, I started a little bit the industry. I did some research, and I decided, okay, now I know how to make videos. I'm not the best. and I don't want to be the best. Uh, but what I do is I want to resolve the issues they have through videos.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Interesting. So, can you share a little bit about, I mean, the South Sudan documentary, I mean, to me sounds fascinating with, opening the helicopter or whatever plane door, and there you are. Like, tell us a little bit about that experience and what did it teach you?
Oh my God, that's oh I truly I remember every single moment there, every single second.
Wow.
Uh, of course, also these that experience helped me a lot in the storytelling side. Just helped me a lot because we were working with a big crew, and so I could learn a lot of things there. No, when we were working there. South Sudan is a new country, is the poorest country in the world, or one of the poorest, probably the first, the second, I have no idea right now. But when I arrived there, uh, was probably uh, they they were the uh, I'll tell you. Let me find the right
Yeah,
word.
that's fine. Take your time.
Latest people, how to say, the last people of the world,
Yeah. Okay.
you
Yep.
know, because was really, really, really different than where I was living, in Italy or in Europe, and also South Sudan is really different than other countries in Africa. I really enjoyed the culture there because I learned that I saw a lot of young guys without anything, but they had a smile because they didn't know what a phone is, or they were unfortunately they were living the day,
Mm-hmm.
uh, probably, because sometimes people there, they don't know if they can eat the day after. That's really bad. Um, but yeah, I had a good experience also because I have a lot of adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw some militaries, the army, I remember I was in a small village in the middle of South Sudan. Uh, there were a lot of fisher, yeah. Uh, they were fishing the fish, no, in
Yep.
a lake. And when we arrived there, there was a couple of people with a gun.
Mm.
They were of the go people of the government, and I had a gun here. Just they put me a gun here.
A gun pointed
Uh,
at your
I, I,
chest.
yeah, my chest, yeah, my chest, yeah. But I wasn't scared. Probably because it was adrenaline. But I realized after that I could die in that moment.
Yeah, I would say.
Fortunately, we had the people of the place, no, that helped us to tell them that we were reporters, and we were doing something of really powerful for South Sudan, because we were there with an association that is helping that country. They have a big problem.
Right.
They don't know that the information is a good thing for their self, themselves. They don't know that the school is a good thing for them.
Right. Right.
And they don't go there because they don't know that. They don't have the information of the informations.
Very interesting. And how did you survive that? I mean, how did you like, I mean, not
Yeah, we
everyone has
were.
a gun pointed at their chest. I'm sorry, that's very,
Yeah, yeah,
very scary. thing.
Yeah, it was really chaotic. The situation was
Yeah,
really chaotic, and I mean, we were six in the play in that place. We were
yeah.
six, and I mean, two people. There were a lot of people around us. There were, the who were helping us. Who was helping us? Was a South Sudan, a person from South Sudan.
I see.
So just uh, they understood that the situation was we were friends. At the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
You know.
What was the outcome though? You have produced a documentary. Is that
Yeah, exactly,
where can people
exactly.
find it if they're interested in seeing it?
Unfortunately, is a is a Italian documentary.
Yeah.
So it's in Italian, and yeah, it went to the cinema last year,
Oh,
and yeah, in a couple of cinemas in North Italy, yeah,
okay.
and right now I think it is in the association has the association has the how to say is owner of the documentary. So I don't know what they are doing. Probably they are raising money to help them, in South Sudan.
Gotcha.
But a really
Gotcha.
beautiful experience. I got to know some beautiful people, and
Oh my God. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was also. I have another story too, but
Yeah. Tell us.
so, can I share it?
Yeah. Tell us. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the first days we were there, and uh, we bought a ticket from Juba to Rumbek. Juba is the capital. Rumbek is one of the poorest cities there. And we went there because the priest, or I don't know right now the name in English, but one of the biggest person in the Christian religion was there. Usually, one
Oh, like a
person of
bishop or yeah.
yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And he had a really, really, really bad story. So we went there to document, that story. He got shoot. Yeah, yeah, he got some bullets on his legs. And by the way, we're six people, and they didn't want to give us the tickets to go in the same airplane with the other people of the crew, and we had we had the cameras. We were not two people, me and my colleague, and so we took the same day. Fortunately, with the NATO, we took uh, another airplane, a light aircraft. I don't know how it's called. Yeah, and we were me, my colleague, the who was driving the airplane, you know, and a lot of boxes behind me, and I don't want to know what
What was in there?
what they had, to be honest.
Yeah.
What they had, yeah, yeah. I have the video of it. Yeah, it's really funny. Yeah,
God.
yeah, yeah.
Oh wow.
Really, really
So
funny.
all these experiences and lived experiences you have is incredible. Boots on the ground, hands in the field, filming, taking and creating art, if you will, from storytelling. I think there's also a lot of young people like yourselves who want to be a filmmaker, but they don't really understand the business model behind it. How, like, for someone listening who's inspired to do what you do or to think about doing that, how do they get started and get clients and all those things?
Okay. Uh, the video industry is really big. So it depends what you want to do, of course. I realize that I'm not fanatic of the equipment. I really love it. I like it. I like, study more things, know probably the last camera, but I'm not really fanatic. I'm not, so it depends what they would like to do, because if they want to work only with the camera, they don't care about communication,
Right.
strategy, all of these things. Of course, there are other, programs, or for sure, um, okay, if you like to build something of, if you have a passion that is making videos, and you want shift to from being a simple videographer to build a business with videos, but deliver outcomes that is are what the business owners want, you know. Um, there you need to be, you have to have a structure behind you. So you need to understand sales, you need to understand CRM, you need to understand what is a discovery call, sales call, pitch a person, um, and use your um, service as product that will achieve the outcomes they want. How to
Gotcha.
get clients? How to get clients? Nowadays, there are few things you can do. For sure, one thing that people in our industry don't do, we don't marketing ourselves, because we do videos, but we don't do marketing for ourselves. We don't do videos for us to share what we do and get more clients. By the way, anyway, um, I have a setter that he's helping me right now, so I'm doing outreach, cold outreach
Yep.
to where through my social media. But there I built um, a small brand there where you can go there and you can understand what I do and what outcomes I deliver. So from there, so okay, that's the guy that does only this thing, and so you position yourself so people from the beginning they can understand what you actually do,
What the
and
value
is
is. Yeah.
exactly, and is easier for people now when you do cold outreach.
Awesome.
Another thing, of course, is word of mouth and networking. I think networking events where you enter in the right room, you know a lot of people, and you have to be yourself. You don't need to sell. You don't need to sell. The sales will come. You have to be yourself. You have to listen the problems of the people. You have to be smart, I can say, and you have to listen. That's the most important thing. And another thing, I will go through in the next couple of weeks will be ads. So advertising for
Okay.
myself on social media. Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. What and for you starting out in construction and working with those types of folks, what are you seeing as like the growth of your own business and where else it may go cross industry or other thoughts? Because I'm thinking people that might be listening to you and wanting to engage, you're not just limited to construction. Is that correct? Is you looking at,
Pardon?
you're not
No,
just doing construction work now, right? You're doing it across all industries.
right. Not all industries. My main focus is construction brands, the construction
Okay.
industry,
Okay.
and every month I'm increasing my percentual of my revenue in the construction industry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah,
And
you
what
know, I'm
type of work
building.
do you do for them? I'm just curious, just to explain to people
Um,
that are listening.
yeah. Let's say um, corporate videos. So, you know, just I try to build trust between the owner and the potential clients because, you know, this industry nowadays is not in the best situation. And it's not in the best situation. A lot of people, they can buy houses, and I mean, it's a really slow market for them. And in the same time, there are more than 15 thousand companies in only the GTA. Yeah, really, really small companies and huge companies. So the market is really, I don't want to say saturated, but it's really competitive.
Yeah.
So what they usually don't do is build the consideration uh, process for their prospect. And what I where I fill the gap is there.
Gotcha.
So I'm I'm here. I'm a construction company. I'm here. That's what I do. That's my service. That's the outcome I can give you, and that's my story. That's why you will love to help to work with me. You know.
Right. Right. Exactly.
And they have another problem, like a lot of companies in different industries they have is their lead generation. The lead generation is really, really old, like in manufacturing and in the distribution sector now area is really, really old. Like sales call, like cold calls, cold outreach. They buy some list of contacts from other companies, and they send messages, emails, all of these things to get more clients. And but I know that for sure with social media there are more opportunities. The only thing, and unfortunately right now, there are a lot of people that they do videos, though the market is becoming a little bit more expensive. But if you know how, and if you know to how to communicate, you can get really good you know clients and outcomes.
Absolutely. So if some construction companies or owners or people are listening, what's your pitch to them of what you can help them
Right
with?
now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. For sure, what I usually do is I start from, do you know specifically what are you looking for? Because
Yeah.
a lot of
Requirements. Yep.
exactly, a lot of owners, they don't know to have a problem. A lot of people, they don't know to have problems. That's the first thing. That's the first thing.
Right.
From there,
Identify the problem. Okay.
exactly. From there, uh, when I understand the business,
Yeah.
when I understand their vision, what they want to do, how they want to scale their company, I want to see how I can help, how I will help them, no, through videos.
Gotcha.
Because I'm here to listen your problems and resolve those issues with videos. So that's what I usually do. A lot of
Yeah.
videographers, they said, okay, that's my daily rate.
Yep.
That's my daily rate. That's my work. I deliver you a video, but
But
you
the
can spend two.
videography moving to the strategist is what's
Exactly, both,
really
both.
both together.
Everything is it depends for the problem. Could be also, but yes, you start from the strategy. You start from understand now um, what they want to achieve, and from there understand their problems, and when we will start to work together, understand the values when they started, how they are evolving, no, with the process, with the data, with the AI, with all of these things, because you have to be smart, you have to increase your you have to stay, how to say, keep up with the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some of the problems you've seen or challenges out there in the construction industry that gets you excited about the possible change that they might be able to embrace?
What do you mean?
So, like,
Uh,
what are some of the problems you've seen in
okay.
construction? Some of the things that you've helped solve.
Uh,
Like, is it attracting talent to construction? Is it exposing people to understand what the company is? Like, what are some of the things that you've helped with?
I think, yeah, of course. Um, the small companies actually they do the same things. So they post their job, but it's like a copy and paste, So you
Yeah,
don't understand who is behind it.
right.
So at the end, yeah, the work is cool, okay, but why should I buy from you? That's the that's the real issue. Yeah, the issue. Another thing is they don't understand how build a lead generation system. So
Okay.
sometimes,
That's
sometimes they probably have good months, and after there is the slow market. The market is low,
right, right.
but if you know how to go through the slow market, probably will be,
I see. So it's a lot around lead generation and helping them get
exactly,
beyond cold calling and other things to
exactly.
and and that's where I'm trying to map in my head the videography and the strategy piece of how that helps. Is it to showcase more about the company and to help them gain?
Not really, not really,
No,
not
no.
really, not really. You know, I was talking yesterday with because there are different
Yeah,
companies. This company was I was talking with him. He is a vice president of a big company, a small
yep,
company. I mean, just 40 employees. So
yep, yep.
he, they are bigger than me, so we can say.
Yeah,
And he told me that what they usually do is they buy contacts from a list of contacts and they send emails or they do cold calls or they are in a list of companies with their competitors and the potential client will choose one of the companies. So in that case, you are one like everybody, you
yeah,
know? Makes sense?
yep.
So in the first thing that I should do for a company like that, okay, let's build your brand and why you're different than others. So let's build an asset that that represent your company for 2, 3, 4 years until you will change something or really big in your company, that so something that represent an asset that represent yourself and can connect you with the potential clients. And you will use this asset before sales pitch in your website. So that's a kind of video,
Gotcha.
3 minutes video. That's a horizontal video that, that build the authority of the company. And other videos are for the lead generation system. Of course, we understand before where actually their clients are and where they are spending more time, because you can run ads on LinkedIn or Meta or on Google, but if you don't know where they spend more time is, exactly. And from there, you build a script, a creative brief, a strategy, how you want to structure the funnel, all of these things. And after you go through the scripting, So you start from the call, no, the client.
Hmm.
So at the beginning of the video, so who are you talking to? I don't know, could be some homeowners, let's say, And after you go through pain points, hesitations, your offer, um, we can say um, we can say how to say in English, your testimonial. So
Yep.
what did you do
Yep.
for that client and what kind of
Right.
outcomes, and the CDA, So
Gotcha.
it's for all of these things is only communication. A lot of construction companies, they run ads and they put their work, but uh, you are not pushing me on my problems. Just I have an issue, and I'm looking for someone that fill the gap.
Yeah, that
And
understands me and what I'm looking for.
after that there are more things. Probably um, sometimes happens to do only content because they want to show their work. But what I want to do is what actually looking for, because we can spend money on do some cool videos, but if they don't if you want that, it's okay, but I'm here and I want to be a strategic partner that
Yeah.
helps you uh, you know
Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense to me too. Thank you. It's so interesting to see the work that you do and how it transforms the construction industry through various examples that you've shared and companies you've helped. Um, I think it's really cool. So if someone's listening to this and wants to get in touch with you or wants to, where can they find you?
they can find me on LinkedIn.
Okay.
uh, um, my website probably will be out in 10 days.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on Instagram, so
On
you can,
Instagram.
yeah, exactly. You can
Okay. Well,
find Giulio.Becatti, my name, surname, and filmmaker or construction, and for sure I will one of the first people there,
okay. That's awesome. Well, thank you again. It was great catching up with you today and hearing your story and understanding a little bit more about who you are and what you're doing here. And I appreciate you joining me on this podcast to share some insights and thoughts and ideas with maybe future listeners, future filmmakers, future construction folks that want to get involved. So it's been a real pleasure talking with you today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much for your time for this interview. It's my first interview in front of
Awesome.
the camera.
That's awesome. Well, you did a great job. Thank you again. It was awesome. And to our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend, subscribe to our podcast, coffeewithconvery.com. You can also follow us on Instagram for other stories. This is Coffee with Convery, where we remind you that success isn't always about climbing that corporate ladder. Sometimes it's about just building your own jungle gym.